Good morning. Hello. Hey, Beth. Good morning. I'm Clarice Hay from BeHealing.com. Welcome to Psychic Cafe. It's Monday. I'm feeling good. How are you feeling? I'm going to get some cards out for the collective, do some channeling. And if anyone wants a mini read, you're welcome to do that as well. If you're on the live, of course. Can't do it if you're not on the live. But just check out that pinned comment. The comment that's at the top of the live chat tells you how to do it. It's by donation via PayPal now. I'm not using the super chat, super sticker anymore, although they are available if you wanted to just donate. But yeah, I get a tiny percentage of that money, so it's just not worth doing it like that. So if you've got a question for your higher self as well, if you want one of those mini reads, then put a capital Q at the start of your comment, and then I can find it easily. First card out we've got is Beauty of Age. We might be growing up today. The beauty of age. I like it. When we know ourselves, when we're wiser. There's less drama coming from us. And there's a beauty about that, isn't there? Where is everyone this morning? How many people on yet? Is it a holiday weekend or something somewhere? Not here. Although, 5, 6, 20, 21, 22. On the 22nd, we can receive tourists on this island again, which is exciting. Tourists that have been allowed to stay on Koh Samui, 2 islands away, for 7 days before they move to any of the other safety areas. And we're one of the safety areas. So that's exciting. Where is everyone this morning? What's going on? Just me and Beth? Is it just me and you, Beth? Or is chat not working? Hello. Hello, Bjorn. Is that how I say your name? Like Bjorn Borg. When I was a kid, playing tennis. Let's get some cards out while we're waiting for people to show up. How was everyone's weekend? Good? Hey, Amanda. Clocks didn't change, did they? No, isn't that last month that happens? I don't know. Our clocks don't change here. Hey, Christine. Chat's having problems. Oh, is it? That'll be it then. For everyone has deserted me. You're in Sweden. Ah, you did? Lived on Koh Samui. I'm on Koh Tao. Lived here for 5 years. And I love it. I'm excited for it opening back up again. We've really got used to it without tourists. There's just a core of locals here now. A lot left, of course. And yeah. Hey, Charlene. I had my hair done. So that was exciting yesterday. And look at this. I want to show you this. How cool is this? A coaster, and it's made out of plastic collected from the beach here on the island, made locally. How cool is that? Isn't it gorgeous? I love it. And they made them in different colours, and they had like piles of them in the shop that's just over there. I also got this little plant as well, which isn't very happy. It's leaning over now. I don't know how to revive it. Yeah, and this is the favourite colour because there was only one left after I got this one. Isn't that nice? It matches my cups, my Yetis. So we have soulmates out here as well. Those carrots, those damn carrots. Meet moon and mirror, the perfect reflections of each other. Isn't it nice? Yeah. I love it. And all the other colours are gorgeous as well. Do I have a permanent visa? I don't have a permanent visa. You can't get permanent visas. But I'm old. You can get retirement visas when you're 50. I'm actually not on a retirement visa because I just turned 50 in April. But I'm on a volunteer visa at the moment. But no, I was just doing tourist visas until pandemic. And then we got put on emergency visas to stay. They just kept on extending our original visas. And then that was very stressful because they kept on announcing it like Thailand does, last minute. Each time they were extending it, like last minute. So you were illegal if they didn't announce it that day, you know? So that got too stressful. So I got myself a 1-year volunteer visa. Hey, S. Holmes. You had to leave the country every 30 days. Oh, yeah, well, you can do that, but it's better to get a 3-month visa instead. So I used to fly to Kuala Lumpur and go to the Thai consulate there and get a 3-month, well, it was a 2-month tourist visa. And then you can extend that on Kasumi for another 30 days. So you used to get 90 days. Don't need to do it every 30 days. That's just like, that's visa exemption. Anyway, this is boring for everyone else. Soulmates. The perfect reflections of each other. They have so much to teach each other and so much to learn. Just as the moon reflects back the light of the sun, they reflect each other's light back at each other. They're both emanating and reflecting. Look around, your friends and family are perfect reflections of you. They're in your dream just as you're in their dream. Oh, I had a weird dream last night. A perfect paradox. So with each interaction, ask yourself, what do I have to learn from you? And what do I have to share with you? And what are you teaching me about myself? Remember, we're here to help each other grow. Yes. Come back. It's opened up. Phuket, Koh Samui, Koh Phangan, Koh Tao. We're open. We were prioritised with the vaccine so that we could start getting tourists back. So we've just been so lucky. We haven't had any COVID here. We had 4 tourists come with it, Songkran, but they all left with it. Didn't spread at all here. And then we've got prioritised with the vaccines. We're so lucky. We're pretty much living like normal here the whole time. Just with a few scares and having to wear our masks again. We're so lucky. Best place to sit this craziness out for sure. You're new to the channel. Welcome, S. Holmes. Where are you? Hey, Carla. What do you think of my hair? Do you like it? I had the darker colour put through it. I had lowlights and highlights. Hey, Maria. What was the first card? It was Beauty of Age. And then we got Soulmates. Soulmates. Yeah, what else? What else can I tell you about this weekend? If anyone knows how I can revive this poor little fella here. I brought him home, he was standing up and everything, and then it just flopped. Okay, I gave a little bit of water. What do you think I should do? More water or not? Hey, Arabella. Maybe just leave him for a while and see if he'll perk up a little bit. That's from the same shop. And I've been reading a book. Where's my... Oh my God. It's not like reading at all. I'll show you. I'm reading a lot lately. Wait, because I can't remember what it's called. Yeah, the same guy that the last one. It's all about my health, you know. Here we go. The Mineral Fix. Mineral Fix by that doctor, whatever his name is. It's hard going, hey. It's a textbook. It's like being back at school. I was reading it when I was getting my hair done. Well, it's hard going. It's a textbook. It's like being back at school in fact, it's like being back at uni, doing chemistry all over again. But it's interesting. What have I got here? The journey. Hi, Tanya. Hi, Jamie. First card out is Beauty of Age. 19. Why are you all late? I thought you missed it. Yeah, I know, it was weird. I started it dot on 7 and no one was here. It was just me and Beth. We sat here like, where is everyone? The journey. Love of adventure. Curiosity, appreciation. A young girl gently rides a deer. Both the girl and the deer are having fun on their adventure. They're playful and curious. Sometimes we get so caught up in the destination we forget to appreciate the journey. But if we neglect the little things on our path, like the soft grass under our feet or the unconditional love of an animal, we're missing out on precious moments. A new friend or acquaintance with a different point of view can help us see things we may have overlooked. An adventure, I like the idea of that. New adventure. Do that. More sun, you think? It was in the window of the shop. It was in the window of the shop, which will get sun in the afternoon. So yeah, I'll put it by the window if the sun ever comes out. I think we've got rain for a week now. You have a visitor. Thank you, Jamie. Yeah, this is new top. Look at it. It's got colour hiding under my hair. And no back. Who's your visitor, Christine? I'll put it by the window if the sun ever comes out. Training's going well. I started my weight training again yesterday because Muay Thai was shut. And Muay Thai, I'm doing 4-minute rounds now. So I'm recovering, I'm getting better, reading those books. Still, whoa, my supplements that are coming that will really set my body right again from America. What are they called? Not immigration. What are they called? When something arrives in the country. It's not immigration, but you know what I mean. They called me up saying, because it's supplements that you're receiving, we've got to go through all of these hoops. And so you need to provide details of a lot of details about all the ingredients that are in it. I had to pretty much investigate all of it and provide all these details. That was on Friday. And then they sent me the charge, $176. $176 to receive those supplements in this country. Seriously. Can't wait to be alone again. Oh, really? It's one of those visitors. Customs. That's it. Thanks, listen. Oh, you don't want to go there. Let's not go there then. Yeah, there's something about having our own space, isn't there? Let's get a card out. There we go. EOS. I even made some videos yesterday. I got ahead of myself because my hair was good. My hair was good, so I thought I'll make some videos while my hair's good. $176 though. Oh my god. I mean, it's gonna be worth it. I mean, you can't put a price on health, right? But whoa, Thailand. I keep on having to pay more in duty than the thing is actually worth. They want the cut of it. So I'm gonna have to be smarter next time I order it and get a big batch of one thing probably. Make it easier. EOS. Light. You may be feeling lost or aimless lately. Have you? Not me. And winged goddess of light, Eos, is here to show you the way with a torch. Like Eos ushering in the dawn, a light will appear soon to show you the way out of your situation or clarify how you've been feeling and why. Follow those intuitive pings. Yes, do this. Because I recorded some of the dailies yesterday, and included it within those was Saturdays, next Saturdays, which is a full moon in Aquarius, and it's going to be a good one. And so definitely pay attention to your intuition coming up toward this full moon, because there will be I'll tell you what it is. It's like, when you've got something on your bucket list or something that you always knew that you're going to do in your life, it's like that is starting off around now, and we will be getting like messages. There's so many squirrels out there. We will be getting messages through our intuition, or through signs, synchronicities, that kind of stuff, to get us on that track. There's very much the energy coming up toward the end of this week of just going, oh, well, it's now or never. I better get going on that thing that I've always wanted to do, right? So that's really good. So you will be shown the way, and it's just reminded me of that. So anything that comes up, pay attention to it this week, especially if it's connected to something that you've always wanted to do. It could be a challenge or an adventure. Yeah, I think that's what the cards are talking about. Closing one door and asking, hey, Penny, asking for better. Morning, Lizzie. What am I doing now? Tarot. What's my job again? All right, I know, I remember. Get some tarot and see what the story is today. It's all very complicated, the whole mineral thing. For anyone that doesn't know the story, I went for a vaccine, 2 weeks ago? Yeah, not last weekend, the weekend before. And I had really high blood pressure before they gave it me, and after they gave it me. But I didn't have any symptoms. Well, I say I didn't have any symptoms of anything going on, but I did. I had slight muscle twitching, only a little bit, and maybe a few other slight symptoms of it, but nothing that I would really pick up on. Anyway, what happened was, before I had the vaccination, they gave me some blood pressure medication, which didn't work. It didn't bring it down. And so they gave me some more, and it didn't work. It didn't bring it down. And so they gave me some more after the vaccination, an injection, which didn't bring it down. And then they said, come into hospital tomorrow morning. I'm like, okay. So I went into hospital. I was freaking out because it was really high, my blood pressure. I went into hospital, and that day I started to feel weird. And I didn't know whether it was the vaccination or what. It wasn't the vaccination. It was the blood pressure medications that they gave me. They gave me some more. Blood pressure was still way up there. The blood pressure wasn't coming down, but I was starting to feel like I was starting to die. My body was just starting to shut down, and it was scary. It was really scary. Carried on doing my work through it. So if you look back at the last 2 weeks of stuff, you can see me going downhill to the point where my mind stopped working. I had pins and needles, not like tingles in my lower legs and feet. I was dizzy all the time, felt like I was going to fall over. I couldn't do anything. I wouldn't even trust myself to go in the pool because I thought I might pass out and drown. I couldn't ride my bike. I was just dangerous. I couldn't do anything. I could pretty much sit here and make videos. And then the mind started going. But meanwhile, I was doing a lot of research because it didn't make sense what the doctors were saying to me, because I don't have any of the factors that would cause high blood pressure. And so them giving me the drugs doesn't surprise me that it didn't work, because they're giving me drugs that they would give to someone that's overweight that's got high blood pressure, or someone that's got edema who's got high blood pressure. So they gave me 2 ACE inhibitors, and then they gave me a diuretic. And that's where they went wrong. And then they told me to reduce my salt. And I actually had the opposite. And so now I'm learning. I ordered a heap of magnesium, which I'm taking now. Started getting better. Salt, and then salt. Once I had more salt, once I realized I was electrolyte depleted, and I was in an electrolyte crash. I had more salt, and it brought me back. My mind started working again. It brought me back instantly. Scary. So now I'm still looking into it, because it's very complex, the whole mineral thing. But the problem being that I was training so much without, I was having electrolytes, but the electrolyte packets that you have don't have magnesium in them. And unfortunately, our diets don't have enough magnesium. Even if your diet's perfect, it doesn't have enough magnesium in it, because it's out of the soil now, because of the farmers, the way that they've been farming, depleting the soils and putting potassium on the soils, which competes with magnesium. And so the food that we're eating, the food that animals are eating, haven't got enough magnesium in, and we're pretty much all magnesium deficient, which causes high blood pressure. So I'm still learning, because once you add something in, of course, you got to make sure that, because they all compete with each other, the minerals, some of them help each other, some of them compete with each other. It's all very complicated. Yeah, well, there's that as well as homes. It goes up. I've got my own blood pressure monitor now. It goes up. Mine goes up as well with doctors. So you can't really trust what your blood pressure is when you're in a hospital. And luckily I've got my Apple Watch, so I could show them, look, my heart rate is up. I'm like, no, that's a normal heart rate. And I'm like, no, look, I'm an athlete. My heart rate's usually like 47, not 60. So yeah, there's that too. Anyway, on the mend now, and learning a whole lot more about it. And so my dream last night was weird, and I realized that it was because of some information that I got. You know the saying, get a grip? Do you know what that is about when you say to someone, get a grip? Grip, when you're gripping something. I've never heard this before, but your grip strength is directly proportional to when you're going to die. I mean, it's a factor. If people haven't got a strong grip, then they're on the way out. They're deteriorating and they're on the way out. Apparently, there's no other muscle test or anything like that that is so directly correlated to it. And so if someone's losing the grip, they're not long for this earth. I had no idea, but it featured in my dream last night. Because, I think it was my dad in my dream. But he wouldn't come with me. He said, go now. We were fleeing something. And I said, why won't you come? And he said, look. And he's showing me his hands. And that's when I woke up. And I'm like, why is he showing me his hands like this? And then I figured it out. It's because I just learned the grip thing. Magnesium and yarrow tea. You see, diuretics made me worse. The blood pressure meds, they take your magnesium down. Diuretics take your magnesium and your salts down. So, yeah, that made me worse. 8 of Trees is what we've got here. It's the 8 of Pentacles, which is really good. It's about us. The work that we've put in is paying off now. We're a work in progress, and it's paying off. The inner work that we do. Yeah, and unfortunately, doctors, they only learn about the medications, right? They don't really learn about that much about biology, really, and how that body actually works. And to look at what's going on and why. I wanted to know why. The doctors couldn't tell me why. I'm like, yeah, but why have I got high blood pressure? Because that doesn't make any sense. So you have to find out yourself. Unless you've got access to functional medical doctors. Has anyone got access to a functional medical doctor? I would love to have access to a functional medical doctor, because they look into the whys and to find the actual remedy, not not just the patch putting over the top of it, because that's what especially blood pressure meds. Crazy. Because it's wild. It's not actually correlated with stroke. It is, no, that's right. It's correlated with stroke. It's not a cause of stroke or heart attack. It's correlated with it, meaning high blood pressure is a symptom of a lot of other things. So, edema, diabetes, being overweight, cause high blood pressure and heart attack, cause high blood pressure and stroke. It's not the high blood pressure that causes it. I had to learn about how all the different kinds of strokes and why, and all the different kinds of heart attacks and why they happen. And it's like, okay, well, I don't have any of those factors going on. I just have the high blood pressure. So, but yeah, it was a wild time, and I'm still learning because I want to know more. So we've got this 8 of Trees, which is about us receiving back. It's about the work that we've been putting in is paying off. And then we've got the Queen of Wands here. And the Queen of Wands, she's the one that takes action. And what I was getting from this is that she's taking the right action. She knows the right action to take now. You know, when you think you're doing the right thing, say at work or in your business, you think you're doing the right thing. You think you're doing the thing that's going to get you that success, but then you learn something new, and then you change your tack, you change what it is that you're doing, the action that you're taking, and that actually gets you what you want. That's what I'm feeling from this reading, is that it's starting to pay off now, because we've learned that thing, the slight tweak, the change, the change of target maybe, or just the changing the way that you're doing it, your approach, and then the action that you take is functional. It comes up with the goods. Then we've got the 8 of Wands here. Yeah, the 8 of Wands, right? It's the, come on, having a party there. That's the Archer card. That's the you take action because you know you've got your bow and arrow pointed at the target of where you want to hit now. So then you can go. You just know that it's going to work because you get it now. You've learned that that's the action that you need to take. And so you're more certain. And it's not the certainty that gets you there. It's just that you've learned. You've put the work in and you've learned. So, yeah, and then there'll be a celebration, you see? 2 8s. That's very good. And then King of Wands here, my favourite. Told my brother-in-law was a fit and healthy man. Because he drank alcohol and ended up having an enlarged heart. Were you having an enlarged heart when you're an athlete? Died unexpectedly out of the blue. When athletes, we have big hearts. Athletes. Now, I mean, physically, they're big and strong. High blood pressure can give you that, but so does sports. Of course it does. Your heart has to get strong. So it's not because they had a big heart. It's when fit and healthy people have heart attacks, it's one specific kind of heart attack. And it's when there is plaque in the arteries, and a bit of plaque becomes dislodged off a wall of an artery, and then a blood clot forms to repair that site, and the blood clot's too big, and then it shifts and it moves toward the heart. And that's pretty much the only kind of heart attack that athletes will get. So how do you get plaque? From having too much calcium without having the magnesium to offset it. We need magnesium to incorporate calcium, to actually use the calcium. And so if anyone's taking calcium supplements without magnesium in it, watch out, because that's why a lot of people have got calcification of a lot of parts of the body, and including in their arteries. So that's not me. I've never been one of those people that takes supplements willy-nilly like that. Thank God. So that's not me. So it would have been that. Cardiologists, if anyone's interested in it, I found it all on YouTube. Cardiologists, there's a couple of cardiologists that I've been watching a lot of the videos. One from Harvard and one in the UK. I can't remember what they're called now, but if anyone's interested, just get in touch with me and I'll let you know what their names are, because it's interesting and it puts your mind at rest, you know, when you're freaking out because of high blood pressure or something like that. King of Wands knows what he wants and he goes out there and claims it. This is also about leadership too, taking the lead in something. So you might need to take the lead in it. Whatever it is that you've decided to do, you might need to do it by yourself or take the lead. I'm not getting anything else from that one, but interesting they've got the Queen of Wands and the King of Wands there. And strength. And be strong. Yeah, because there's going to be adversity. You know you're doing something really good when the adversity shows up when other people don't like it. You know you're making the right decision for yourself when other people don't like it, so you need to be strong, man. Putting flowers in the end of people's guns, because they, yeah, like I said, I've got a very famous friend who told me, you know you're doing something right when, or you know what you're doing is really important and that you've got to keep on doing it when someone tries to kill you. But, and I've not got to that point, unless the doctors were, but yeah, the more you're on the right track, the more flack you get from people. For sure. And it's not that they're evil. Well, maybe the ones that are trying to kill you are, but it's just that they're scared by it. People are scared by what they don't know, right? That's why I had to do all my research before my mind failed about all of this health stuff. God, we've got the internet, you know, and so we've got access to these people, the leaders in the whole world in all of this stuff that are actually doing the research. Let's get rid of that. Drinking alcohol low, yeah, drinking alcohol. That was another sign that I had as well. I quit alcohol because it just wasn't worth it. My hangovers were getting longer and longer and worse and worse. Well, if you don't have enough magnesium, you know, alcohol turns into some kind of aldehyde. I can't remember what kind it is, but that goes around and that's what gives you a hangover. And to clear that out, your body needs magnesium. I was running on empty. Well, not on empty because I'd be dead, but I was running very low on magnesium. So yeah, that alcohol will have been a factor for sure. I don't think I'm going to try it out though to see if I don't get hangovers if I take magnesium. It's just not worth it. Oh. Next up we've got the Wheel of Fortune. Things are getting moving. I'm feeling it. Things are getting moving now. Cogs of the universe getting moving. Feels like you get lucky, but you're not. You're getting your just desserts. I mean, it's karma. It's cause and effect. It's what you're learning and then what you're doing because of what you learned, and cause and effect here. I'm going to read this one out. So yeah, once I've finished my mineral book, it's hard going. Yeah, they're not dumbing it down for the general public for sure. The salt fix I mean, it's got good information in there, but the salt fix is more for the regular Joe kind of thing, reading it. This is for those that really want to get into the chemistry of it, the biochemistry of it, apparently. Hey, Nikki. Wheel of Fortune. But once I finish that book, then I'm going to read another one of his, which is The Longevity Factor. Also, with reading all of this stuff as well, it's made me realize why I am aging so well. Sure, it's the exercise, some of it, but most of it is because I've always eaten well. I've always eaten pretty clean. I buy meat and fish and vegetables and fruit and oats and rice, pretty much the carbs that I buy. And that's what I've eaten my whole life, like food. I've never been one for the junk. I can eat chips, but I don't think I've even had a bag of chips this year. That I can get hooked on those. And if I ate too much fruit, I can get hooked on that too. I can get hooked on sugar again. Chocolate. You've got a chocolate craving. I've got chocolate in my fridge now and I'm not even eating it anymore. Magnesium in chocolate. That's a sign of a magnesium deficiency. Feeling so much better, thanks, Nikki. You're trying to get sober. For me, it was about sorting out my anxiety first. The reason for my drinking was anxiety. I had to sort that out first. And then I just didn't feel like drinking now. It's been about 3 years. I kind of quit and was just an occasional drinker. And yeah, I was pretty much drinking like once a week or once every 2 weeks, but it's just, the hangover was just stupid. Can't sleep after I've been drinking, just horrible. Yeah, of course, because it takes your magnesium down, so then you can't sleep because magnesium has a lot to do with a lot of things in the body, but sleep in particular. So, yeah. That's pretty much the only way I was abusing myself was alcohol. Diet is huge. Eating real food, so important. But good luck with that as Hans. It's worth doing it though. The Wheel of Fortune. Let's read it. 10. Just as the seasons change in an everlasting cycle of energy, so does the path of your life. For every situation, there tends to be an archetypal opposite that keeps the balance intact. Understanding the Wheel of Fortune signifies a state of acceptance that things may be good or bad at any given time. Do not be discouraged by the difficulties or low points. These too will pass. In modeling unconditional love and gratitude, it's easier to identify the positive moments as they come, which manifest abundance into your life. So we do have to realize that as much work as we do, as much rightness as we do, we're living on this planet. And so there's always going to be that balance of crap and good. And let's not beat ourselves up or beat other people up. I think I was talking about this a little bit in the energy update today too. Let's not beat people up or ourselves up or allow ourselves to be beaten up by other people. You say, why haven't you done that? Why haven't I manifested it? Why can't I just manifest the good things in life? Isn't that the way the law of attraction is going to work? Well, no, it's not. There will be every kind of thing, and everything will have a mixture of the dark and light in it, of challenge and gift, because that's what grows us. So don't be discouraged by the low points, they're needed. Know that sometimes you may need to take a leap into the unknown in order to move forward. You alone have the power to create the life you desire and to overcome any challenges along the way. Look for the lessons instead of giving in to the struggle. That's the most important thing, right? Look for the lessons in it. Know that every adversity or challenge, anything that makes you feel negative, is a lesson to be learned. And if you look for that lesson, same with health. There's a lesson to be learned, right? I don't want just some medication that's making me worse. I don't want some just some medication that's making me worse. I don't want some just some medication that's making me worse. I don't want some just some medication that's making me worse. I don't want some just some medication that's making me worse. I don't want some just some medication that's making me worse. I don't want some just some medication that's making me worse. I don't want some just some medication that's making me worse. I don't want some just some medication that's making me worse. I don't want some just some medication that's making me worse. I don't want some just some medication that's making me worse. I don't want some just some medication that's making me worse. I don't want some just some medication that's making me worse. I don't want some just some medication that's making me worse. I don't want some just some medication that's making me worse. I don't want some just some medication that's making me worse. I don't want some just some medication that's making me worse. I don't want some just some medication that's making me worse. I don't want some just some medication that's making me worse. I don't want some just some medication that's making me worse. I don't want some just some medication that's making me worse. I don't want some just some medication that's making me worse. I don't want some just some medication that's making me worse. I don't want some just some medication that's making me worse. I don't want some just some medication that's making me worse. I don't want giving me symptoms when I didn't have any in the first place. I want to find out why. Because I know that we don't need to degenerate. Degenerates. Look for the lessons instead of giving into the struggle. That's what this wheel is all about, after all. How can I learn from the choices I've made? How can I set my intentions in order to attract more love and abundance in my life? It's about cycles, transformation, transition, change, new beginnings, life lessons, and Akashic records. It's connected with the heart chakra as well. I don't know why I wanted to say that, but I did. You're welcome, S. Holmes. You never get a hangover. Well, that's either a sign of alcoholism or because your body does get used to toxins, right? Or it's a sign that magnesium's good. It's generally a bad sign, though, if you don't get hangovers. Sorry. Four of Crystals. So the Four of Crystals is about saving your energy. It's about being, it can be seen as holding your energy back, but it's more like knowing where to put your energy and where not to. That's what it is. Knowing where to put your energy and where not to put your energy. Four of Crystals. Let's read it out there. So this, to me, all of these cards together seems to be saying that from what we've learned, from the work that we've done, it's starting to reap the rewards now. And what have we learned? Well, we've learned when to put our energy into something, or attention onto something, or action into something, and when not to do that. That's what we've been doing. All of these teachings, all of this putting yourself first. You know, it came to me, I was listening to myself this morning doing the energy update, and it came to me, that whole put yourself first thing, like take responsibility for yourself first. It came to me, Jesus, what Jesus said, I think it was what Jesus said anyway, about love others as you love yourself, or something like that. It's like, hang on a minute, we're not loving ourselves. Love others as you love yourself. Well, let's treat everyone like shit then, because we're treating ourselves like shit. You said it right. If you're not loving yourself, don't go loving others, or trying to love them more than you're loving yourself. Another way to look at what he said, which, well, of course, will have been missed by a lot of people translating those words, right? Anyway, you never did. You only drink maybe once a week. Yeah, social drinking. That was a change that I made as well along the way to giving up drinking. As like, I only wanted it to be about celebrations. And pretty much for the last 3 years, it's just been about that, only been about celebrations. But fight nights were a celebration. I can't wait for them to start again. Oh, I really miss it. Four of Crystals. Although you've reached a wonderful state of success, it may be a good time to take a closer look at your priorities. Are you spending too much time focusing on materialistic things, or personal affluence, such as possessions, the accumulation of wealth, or social status? You should continue to take pride in all that you've achieved, but not let the illusion of physical wealth get in the way of who you really are. This can indicate the desire for stability, and not the opposite either. There's probably not that many people that are like that are listening to me. It's more likely the opposite. Everything has extremes, and then there's balance in the middle, right? And so there's that materialistic, just focused on the stuff. And then the other extreme is denying it all. Neither of them are good. Denying all the material stuff. Neither of those are good. We need to find that balance in the middle, right? You should continue to take pride in all you've achieved, and not let the illusion of physical wealth get in the way of who you really are. This can indicate the desire for stability, settling, or a conservative lifestyle that prevents any risk-taking behavior. It can also reflect hoarding or negative attachments that stunt personal growth or change. Yeah. These are avoided trying to feel emotionally by holding on to things that make a sense of security in your life. Excessive materialism or fear of poverty, this says. This could also mean you're spending too much time focusing on work and not prioritizing your energy in a healthy way. Try spending some time with yourself and the people you love. An opportune time to maintain balance, or else important opportunities or experiences may go unnoticed. So it's a call to love yourself, yeah, and it's also be careful where you put your energy. Be deliberate about where you put your energy. Be deliberate about where you don't put your energy as well. What to turn away from, really. Oh, so you're probably all good, Penny. Your magnesium's probably good. There's no test. There's no test for magnesium. The doctors can do a test, blood serum test, but it's always going to be the same. Because unless your heart's about to stop, your serum magnesium will always be the same. It's not where your magnesium is held and saved. The body has to keep a certain level of magnesium in the blood serum. So they do that test and they think that there's nothing to magnesium because it's always the same, and it's not true. It's in the mitochondria that the magnesium is stored and used, and it's essential for. It's interesting. I like learning stuff like that. I like learning about health. I always want to know more about stuff like that, especially for the longevity part of it as well. Yeah, does anyone know of Stan Everting? Everting, it sounds like Everting, but it's not, it's Everting. He's the strongest man. He's my age. He has this thing it's called the vertical diet. It's interesting. He's in fact the one that inspired me to start eating cranberries every day. And I'm glad that I do that. At least I know my iodine's good because of that. But yeah, I was listening to him last night, and it's nice to hear him saying, everyone's so focused on macronutrients, and that's not where it's at. You know, change this or change that, or be vegan or be carnivore and all of that, and it's not where it's at. It's at micronutrients, and that's what I'm learning about now. And it's so refreshing to hear him say that. He was being interviewed by Mike Mutzel, another very interesting guy too. And he was talking about salt as well, and magnesium, and blood pressure, and athletes, and it's just, yeah. When you hear the people that I know have got it, that are doing the right things, and there's not many of them about. Most people, like on YouTube, are just churning out the stuff that doctors are saying, or the stuff that are in the food pyramid and that, and it's just that they have no idea. But yeah, it's, you're on the right track when you hear the people that you look up to, that you trust and look up to, saying the same things. Micronutrients, very important. We've been messing with it. Instead of putting poo on the fields, been putting chemicals on the field, saying, oh, we think we know what it is. Let's just put these 3 chemicals on the field. And that's enough. It's not enough. We can't mess with things like that. Same supplements. Don't mess. Don't mess with the micronutrients unless you know what you're doing. And then unfortunately, there's no test for magnesium, and for a lot of them as well. Well, there is one, but you can't get it. It's only for research. Hopefully they'll bring it out for everybody. Now, what do we have here? We've got the 10 of Pentacles, everything. And the Three of Pentacles. People. People and planning. And so Ten of Pentacles is the everything. So what I'm getting from this is, if we're trying to take control of our lives and trying to manifest things one by one at a time, focus on that thing, take the action, get that done. Yeah, we can kind of do that and piece it together, piece our lives together and think that we've made it, but there's something missing, there's something lacking. It's like, but I don't feel happy. Or we can do the inner work and work on ourselves and get really aligned, and then the actions that we take don't just give us, they give us all of this stuff as well, which tends to come all at once, or everything gets better in your life as you get better. Then the actions you take lead to all rather than one at a time. Do you know what I mean? It seems to be talking about the action that we're taking today. I want to read the Three of Pentacles out loud. Three of Pentacles. Learning, studying, teamwork, gossip, motivation, affect. When the Three of Pentacles comes up in a reading, it represents a good omen and can indicate room for growth and learning. At this time, you're dedicated and committed. Work and money should be your top priorities. This card can indicate teamwork and coming together for a common goal. It may be best to seek help from others at this time. Don't be afraid to open, but also be on the alert for gossip. Just be careful who you co-create with, who you share your energy with. Go out more now and enjoy mingling with like-minded people. Oh yeah, I do that, but they're not out. Crazy. Reversed is the lack of growth, uncommitted, unmotivated, poor work quality, negative gossip. When the Three of Pentacles comes up reversed, it signifies lack of teamwork and dedication. These three cards, Pentacles, could also show up when you're not willing to learn and grow. You could be too scatterbrained to focus properly. It may seem as if the ones around you are either needing your attention or standing in the way of progress. Right now, it's wise for you to get rid of any. Yeah. So if people seem to be standing in your way, why are they even in your house in the first place? You know what I mean? Why are you even including them? Why are they part of the mix? Let's back to the Four of Crystals there, the Four of Pentacles. Choose. Careful where you put your energy. Be conscious of where you're putting your energy, where you put your focus, who you let in, who you don't. That's what we've been learning, right? Right now, it's wise for you to get rid of any chaotic or stagnant energies. Drama, chaos, negative energies, get rid of them. And focus on good energies and what's most important to you. A lot of unnecessary intentions seem to be manifesting at this time. This card may also indicate delays due to conflict and teamwork. Yeah, it's just about the people. It's about the people that you have around you. I'm being careful about that. What else have we got today? Everybody. Where's Timothy today? Has anyone heard from Timothy? Unfortunately, Chris has, her dad died. She's suffering so much loss, Chris. Heartbreaking. Seven of Pentacles. Planted the seeds and they are sprouting now. Come on, little fella. Perk up. There's two babies here as well. One of those has fallen over, but this one's okay. I don't think it liked the bike ride on the way home. It was in a paper bag in my backpack. I didn't like it. Tim's on vacation, is he? Did you tell me? I can't remember. Studying too much this weekend. I couldn't remember anything. It was good though, because I was reading that book and it was really having to take all my attention. It's one of those books where you're forever on one page because you've got to read it and read it again and read it again because it's all like complex formulas and it's hard. It's hard going. It took all of my focus, all of my attention this weekend. Poor materials again. Know where to put your energy, know when to hold back. Don't spend your money on those things as well. Those things. 2 days. 2 days is when my new Mac shows up. I can't wait. That's going to be so exciting. A kayaking weekend again. Oh, cool. Oh, it's just on the weekend. He's a kayaker, isn't he? It's off on an adventure, like the card saying. So the soulmates, this adventure, we're being shown the way, says EOS, and we've got to be mature about it. And yeah, we're putting the work in, and so it just does come good. I can't tell you how much it comes good. Like even for the stuff we've been talking about, even for the health stuff, even for the like quitting alcohol, any of it, you put the inner work in and you sort yourself out emotionally and spiritually, and the physical comes after that. From that solid place, the physical becomes easier. Then the taking the right action comes easier then to get what it is that you want. And certain people can appear to have success in certain areas of their life, but they're not going to have the whole shebang like this. This is the whole shebang. This is happiness. It's like the happily ever after. You don't get that without alignment. It's like when I was in my 20s, I had a corporate job. I earned a fortune. Like they just paid me so much. Literally paid me so much working in IT, and so much so that I was working part-time. I was working term time, so I got the holidays off for my kids. And yeah, wow, it was incredible the amount of money that they paid me. And I had like a £250,000 house, and I had just everything. I had a brand new car, and I just had everything that they say that should make you happy. And it didn't. It didn't. There was something missing. And that's when I gave it all up. When I realised that, I gave it all up and went in pursuit of the other thing. It's when I turned my back on the material stuff completely. I wish I hadn't have done that. I wish I'd have like already figured out that it's about balance, but I hadn't. And so then I went into poverty shortly afterward. I went from having a lot to having very little. But I was sorting myself out. And so what I'm saying is here, it can appear that people have got something, like they might have manifested one at a time. They might have manifested the career or the business and the money, or they might have manifested the car, but they're not going to be happy with it. They might have manifested the relationship, but it's probably not a happy relationship. Unless you're like good with yourself first, and then you manifest these things from it. I think that's what he was talking about in whatever one that I read out there when it's talking about that materialism. And then you're not bothered. Then you can have like nice things, but you're not attached to it. It's like this has got to make me feel happy. This new thing, and it kind of does. But it doesn't. I could lose this and it would be okay. As beautiful as it is. Okay, what else? So don't go comparing yourself with people that aren't doing that inner work, who appear to have some kind of success in their life. They could have just pieced it together like I did in my 20s. I pieced it together, but it wasn't everything. It looked like everything on the surface, and I had all of the stuff. I'd manifested it all, but it was very empty, and it wasn't making me happy. So yeah, never compare yourself to those people. Because we can manifest things one at a time, but that's not the way. When you get in alignment, oh my God, it's worth doing the work for sure. Everything's so easy. And then there's a global pandemic and you end up on the island. It's like the safest place in the world. Remember last year when that article came out? Where's the safest place in the world for the pandemic? Kaczan. Yay, winners. Yay. First you wanted to manifest was peace of mind. That's where it's at, right? Peace of mind, being happy within ourselves. And it takes some getting there because we've got a lot of crap to work through. But then when you do, as I was saying, then everything starts working out. It's like once you learn how to let love in because you feel love yourself. If you're loving yourself and you will let other people love you, then everything comes. Everything. Jamie. See ya, S. Holmes. Thank you, Jamie, for your donation. First one today. I'm sleeping. Then things start falling. And then everything falls into place. And that's when you know you've done it through alignment because it all gets better. It all gets better. But like that one card said, you know you're doing things right. You will have the adversity, of course. Everyone gets jealous of you then. The people that aren't doing that. How come you've got it so good? How come everything's working out for you? Then that's when you've got to be the Queen of Swords, right? Cut that shit out. Get rid of them. Be careful who you share your energy with. Bye. And everything starts falling into place and it gets easy then. And it's delightful too. Because the universe is applauding you. All the guides are like, yay, we've got one here. She's winning. And they start playing with you. On Saturday night, I slept for more than 9 hours. It was like 9 hours, 47 minutes or something like that. Wow. And I woke up 5 seconds before 6 o'clock. 5 seconds to 6. I know because I turned over and then tapped my phone, and then my watch started tapping on my wrist because it was 6 o'clock. Wild. And stuff like that happens. Things get magical and you can just stop making so much effort because the universe, you're just in tune with it, in the flow of that. It's great. So Jamie, high self-guidance for you. Oh, this is interesting. You've got rest, relax, relieve, and then go for it. What does that mean? It means make sure you're cool, calm, collected before you go for something. Make sure you're good with it. None of this taking action from a frenetic, stressed place. You won't get anything good from that. You won't get anything good from that at all. So, best course of action, and that's when we most want to take action, when we're freaking out. It's like, but I've got to do something about this because the sky's falling. That was me. Week before last. So glad I did do all that research while my mind was still intact, because the next stage was karma after that. What the hell? I don't know. That might have been quite a while till I got to that point. So don't do things from a stress state. And yes, that takes a lot of self-regulation to do that. I mean, to stop yourself from taking action from panic. But like I've been saying, is if you learn this with entrepreneurship, or you can, is that you've got to do it the opposite way around. So when things are busy, and the natural reaction is to sit back and put your feet up and say, well, it's all just working now, I don't need to do anything. is no, it's like use that momentum and do the stuff. Then when it's really quiet, you don't go, oh, what am I doing? No, that's when you sit back and put your feet up, because from that place you'll come up with good ideas, right? So you do the opposite of what our ego is telling us to do, what fear is telling us to do. So when things are going well, that's when you should be taking more action. And that's right at the point where we want to get lazy. And when you're feeling really good, that's when you're making decisions. That's when you're taking more action. And when you're not feeling really good, you stop, you meditate, you go out for a walk on the beach. You just do not take action then. So you can't figure out how to relax. Take magnesium, that'll relax you. Just keep on doing all of it. Just keep on doing all of it. Honestly, though, magnesium is a huge help. It really is. It's like instant. See, Christine, you're off. Have a good day at work, Christine. Yeah, don't work too hard. And Jamie, this moment of communication coming, so you're waiting on something. You want it to come right now. Can't force it. Can't piece it together, remember? You can't piece things together. Can't manifest just one particular thing. Just keep on getting in alignment and it'll all come. And I think this is probably, that soulmates card came out, this carrot here. That's probably why these carrots keep on coming out, and then all of this good information about alignment. It's like, it's going to come. Why are you trying to manifest that relationship? It's going to come, like everything comes. It's like, trust that, trust that, trust that. So I don't know if it's relationship that you're waiting for communication on, but don't push it. Just keep on getting in alignment. And yeah, so that relaxation thing. One of the reasons that I got this Apple Watch, was about my sleep, because I wanted to know. I go to bed really early. I'm going to bed earlier now, even earlier, because I want good sleep. It's very important to get good sleep. I wake up at 6 o'clock, or sometimes 5. It's 4:30 this morning, but it's because I went to bed really early. And yeah, but before the magnesium, before all of this hoo-ha, I wasn't getting good sleep. I was getting 5 or 6 hours, and I want more than that. My target is 8 hours, but I tend to wake up like after 7 hours if I've slept. Yeah, well, same, Jamie. Relationship is last puzzle piece too, but still, it's going to happen like everything else. We don't need to be on it. That's what this is saying. We don't need to be on it. I've really shifted my focus from it. It would surprise me if it showed up. Okay. Derka. I got money. It's from Gabe. Thank you, Gabe. General guidance. Yeah, so you don't need to. Just relax about it. But work on that relaxation thing, for sure. I mean, it's made a difference to me. Going on those beach walks in the morning. Now, this morning what I did was, when I got up, I had my breakfast. Because I've started making overnight oats. Instead of making oats, just pouring boiling water on oats, letting them sit and soak for a couple of minutes. I've started to make them the night before and put it in the fridge, just putting like mineral water on the oats in a bowl, because I'm adding flax seeds as well to my diet. So like 2 or 3 teaspoons of flax seeds, like a sandwich, some oats, flax seeds, and then because flax seeds, you get more nutrients out of them if they soak in water. So I've been soaking them. So I decided to have that and then go for a 10-minute walk after it. So I was out there this morning walking in the dark up the hill at the back. Because usually on my cafe days, I don't get to do that. But I was up really early, so I did. I don't know, I might start doing that. Because that Stan Everding, he was saying, did you used to do it as a kid? We did. We used to go for a walk after our meal. So it's just like go for a walk after your meal. It's what people used to do. It's what human beings used to do. Everyone used to do it. Have a 10-minute walk after each meal. I'm like, okay, I'm going to do that. Oh, go ride horses. Yes. Oh, yes. Do that. I love it. Gabe. Ooh, what have you got going on, Gabe? Your intuition about a new connection, it feels like a new connection. Have you met somebody? You're dating somebody? Follow my knowing and connection. There's someone new. There's someone new, and I feel like they've already come in, and or you're in communications with them, and you've got some intuitive knowing about them. I can't tell which way around it is yet. Trust that. Oh, who am I in expansion? I don't know what the intuition is about that person. Of course, that's for you to know, because your higher self is trust your intuition on that person. Good or bad, whatever it is, trust your intuition. Who am I in expansion? So you're headed for bigger things. Wagon. Yes, ride the horses. The man will give you the horses for a wagon. Maybe that's where your man is, Jamie. Where you find your relaxation. But don't do it for that. Who am I in expansion, Gabe? You're headed for bigger things. Much bigger things. I don't know whether they are connected. Yeehaw! I haven't ridden a horse for ages. I had this experience when I was a kid, which wasn't good. I was on a horse. It got spooked, and it started galloping with me on top. And I was bouncing all over the place, but because it was unexpected, like it set off before I was like, I'd got my shit together and could handle it galloping. I had galloped before, so I knew what to do, but it was just that element of surprise. So it got spooked. It started galloping. I was like bouncing all over the place, but my helmet, my hat went in front of my eyes. So then really I was messed up. And meanwhile, someone was running, trying to slow it down, trying to slow this horse down. It stopped eventually. That was a little bit scary. I rode horses after that, though. I like them. Got on the back of a wild horse in far north Queensland. You didn't end up with a wagon. The wagon was a carrot. You have the harness and work your way up. Good job. Three of Pentacles, again, about people and planning. This one in this deck, very much about planning, putting plans into place, cooperating with other people, like the right people. Once you bring the right people in, very different. All on the same page. That's saying to me is like, if you've got the wrong people around you, you can never make it work. Whatever you're trying to do, whatever you're trying to get out of them or change them to, you're never going to do it. You just keep on sorting yourself out, and then the right people will come in. So I've got Nine of Swords. This came out in the daily as well. The Nightmares. And it was actually about losing sleep over something, what you're losing sleep over. People, maybe? Losing sleep over people? Remember that reading about a Ten of Pentacles you'll lose? Oh. Nightmares. Anxiety. What's causing you sleepless nights? It's people. It's the wrong people. I'm telling you. What does everyone else lose sleepless nights over? Me, it's like I don't have stresses anymore, but the only time that I can think of, it's people. It's when I'm around the wrong people and they start stirring up shit in my life. Yeah. I have been known in the past to lose sleep over money. That used to be a stressor for me. It's not anymore. Thank God. I sorted that bit out. And then the Ace of Pentacles, the big offer. So it's the same message over and over again. It's like, well, there's a couple of messages here, isn't there? We started out with the Eight of Trees saying, you're putting the work in, you're going to reap the rewards from it, or you are reaping the rewards from it now. Queen of Wands, she takes the right action at the right time, is what I was getting from that. The Eight of Wands, because she knows what she wants. Like, there's a direction to it, and you know, you've learned about the right action to take because you've learned about yourself. King of Wands, too, going and claiming what it is he wants and being strong in the face of the adversity that will show up. It absolutely will. Sure, life will get easier, it will, but the adversity is going to show up because we've got to turn away from that, not be a part of it. Anyone successful will tell you that. The more successful you are, the more adversity shows up, the more people will be against you, and you just have to ignore it. You just have to ignore it. You can't spend your time focusing on that stuff, on the bad reviews and things like that. You can't. You've just got to keep on going. You've got to know where your purpose is and keep on going. The Wheel of Fortune, can't remember what that was saying. Things moving. I know. Four of Crystals, about knowing where to put our energy and our focus and where not to, where it's away. So it's more about knowing ourselves and doing that inner work, right? Ten of Pentacles, not trying to piece things together, knowing that if we just work on ourselves and do that alignment thing, it's not like it's all just going to manifest like magic. It doesn't. It's that we start taking the right action. We start taking the right action that will get us there. Three of Pentacles with the right people. Because we planted those seeds, but we need to, right people, because the wrong people give us nightmares. Then, ta-da! We get what it is that we want. It gets offered to us. And of course, there's more action to take then, because that's what it's about, and we're human beings. I know, sleep's really important too. Used to be people. Yeah. I love my sleep. And I'm just so happy when I wake up and I've had a long sleep as well. I'm being more conscious now to drink all my water in the daytime. Then after my workout, stop. So maybe when I come home from my afternoon workout, 4 o'clock till 5 o'clock, then I'm having a shower, preparing, but then I'll have my magnesium with my water and then I'll stop drinking water. I have some like lavender tea or whatever, but I only sip at that. That helps my sleep, otherwise I'm peeing too much in the night. The salt has helped with that too. I'm not peeing as much now. I'm having enough salt. I can keep it in now instead of losing all my water. Yeah, money wires used to bother me. Don't forget to click like on this video. Thank you for the reminder, Jamie. And then we've got the Seven of Wands, persistence and conviction. Keep on going, keep on going. It's worth it. It really is worth it. And it's the only way that's going to make you happy. Because I did it all before. I got everything before on the outside. It doesn't make you happy. And as people are doing the inner work, that's what can make them think, oh, well, now I'm not getting the material stuff. I must not. The material stuff must be bad. It's like, no, you're just not at that stage yet. You've got to get that balance. The material stuff, get the balance, not ignoring it. Because we are on this planet. So be persistent, have conviction. It's going to manifest. And it's going to be better than you thought. And then everyone will get jealous. And you'll get even more adversity. It's like, because why have you got it so good? It's because I've been doing the inner work and you haven't. That's it. But it doesn't show up by magic. And yeah, I think that's where a lot of the law of attraction teachings have kind of gone wrong. It doesn't show up by magic. You can't just wish it and show up by magic. You've got to put that inner work in. And then take the right action. Then you're shown the way of the right action to take. Get some more cards out. Endless possibilities. I think it's all going to be bigger than we think. Did I tell you guys that I always... Yeah, I think I did. I'll say again, in case it wasn't you that I told. I used to work at this place. I'm pretty sure I said it in here. I used to work at this place called Ambaji. And I would do my neurotherapy and I added massage, and then we would all sit around, all the practitioners there that are renting the rooms, like me. And when there was no customers, we used to do readings for each other, and they were like, your readings are awesome. You should offer them too. So I started offering my readings, and yeah, it all kind of blew up from there. But what was my point? Where was I going with that? It wasn't about that. Oh dear. I'm having a senior moment. Endless possibilities. I don't know where I was going with that. Endless possibilities. Really can't remember why I was saying that story now. Oh, that's why. Because during that time, they would be doing readings for me and say, there's this guy in your energy, and you're going to be so happy together. And a few of them said the same thing. There's you, there's a little girl, and this guy, and you're going to be so happy, like really, really happy together. And I knew it wasn't what they'd said. Whenever they told me, whenever they said that, there was this peacefulness inside of me. There was this kind of ultimate relaxation is the only way that I can say. Something when they said that, there was something in me that was just like, and I knew then, and I was trying to explain it to them at the time, is that I know that when I meet that one, I'm going to be really relaxed. I'm going to be able to relax. This is how I put it. I'm going to be able to relax for the first time, properly relax for the first time. And now I'm realizing it's the other way around. It's when I get myself to the point of being able to properly relax for the first time. That's when I'm going to meet them. Of course, it's that way around. It's not going to be them that give me that feeling. It's going to be me that gives me that feeling. Relationship. Thank you, Maria. Relationship. I call in the infinite power of love to take over this union in every way. May it now fully belong to the divine. Let it unfold in the perfect way for each of us. I needn't fear letting go of control. My needs are always abundantly met. There you go. That's the cherry on top. That's what they've been going on about all of this stuff for. We work on ourselves. We put ourselves first. We get that alignment thing. They're going to come in. They are. And it's better than we think. It's much more. It's much bigger. It's much better than we think. But we've got to hand it over and stop trying to compartmentalize that part of our lives and try and manifest that thing as if it's some kind of an add-on and it's not going to be included in the whole shebang, because it will be. Anyone want to take a screenshot of that? Calling the infinite power of love to take over this union in every way. Impending union, the one that's right, the one that's coming in. May it now fully belong to the divine. Let it unfold in the perfect way for each of us. I needn't fear letting go of control. My needs are always abundantly met. That's it. I can't say anything more after that. Taken from grow up to soulmates at the beginning and at the end. And an adventure in the middle. An adventure in ourselves. Learning about ourselves. So we can get into alignment. Because that's where it's at. And then the one that makes us happy. Right? Like I was saying, if you can piece all of the things together and like manifest a house and manifest a car and then manifest a relationship, and you can do all of that, but you're not going to be happy. The relationship that is actually going to make you happy has to come through alignment like the rest of it. That's interesting, isn't it? Because my stuff makes me happy. You know, I was living with very little. I could travel for so long. And then I reached that certain point, and it's when I started buying cards, remember? When I started buying the actual cards, because I used to do this and just use that app and just use those little cards, and that was it. But then I started buying cards, and I allowed myself to have stuff when I moved into this room because there's more space for stuff. And when I got my longer term visa here. So it's like, well, I'm staying. And that was born from not wanting the stuff, but now the stuff makes me happy. I get nice stuff and it makes me happy. It's the same with the money too. When I was chasing the money, it never made me happy. I could manifest it. I was doing it piecemeal. I could manifest it and get something with it, but then there'd still be that stress. What's it got? That squirrel got something big then off a tree. I could manifest things piecemeal, but it didn't make me happy, and now everything's coming and it's making me happy. So trust that the relationship's coming too. There we have it. Thanks everyone for coming along. I'm going to get on with the rest of the weeklies, and then I'm going to do a pick a card read so that I don't have to do it tomorrow and I can relax tomorrow. Thanks everyone for coming along. Thanks for your ongoing support of my channel. We reached 6,000. How cool! Those last 20 were a long, like the last 50 were a long time coming. Onward to 7,000. Onward to 10,000 subscribers. That's good. I'm so happy my stuff's getting out there now. So have a great day, everybody. Let's do this all over again on Wednesday or your Tuesday, whatever it is. See you all. Oh, did I? Hang on. I missed Minnie out, didn't I? Maria. Maria, I almost missed you. Maria. Sorry. I just kind of saw your thing and then totally ignored it. Maria. Transformation, what's under that? Yeah. I can do it. I'm doing it. Transformation, what's under that? This is good. Things are changing. You might not like the changes that are coming, but it's changing for the better for you. Why the aversion? The question what's under that is why the aversion to the transformations that are coming. It's actually leading you in the right direction. Sometimes we can hold on to the wrong thing, and then when it's taken away from us, it's like, I don't like this. I don't want to change. Don't want that change to happen. I don't like this. But it's actually for your good. So don't cling is the message there. And right, simplicity, where you're headed, right? Where is your target? This Eight of Wands. Where is the target? Where are you headed? Right, write that down, get clear on that. This is where I'm headed, and it's not where I'm at right now. So I do have to let go of where I'm at right now and the things that are connected with that, whether it's people or places or things or patterns of things that you're doing. Whatever is trying to be wrenched away from you at the moment, allow it to transform. This will help you writing down your vision of where it is you're headed, to help you to let go and go with that flow of the change, because change needs to happen. Because otherwise you would have what it is that you wanted, right? If you could do it keeping everything the same as it is now, you would already have that thing that you want. Change is required. Sorry for almost missing you out, Marie. Didn't mean to do that at all. But better late than never, hey? There we go. Thanks, everybody. And I'll see you on Wednesday.